what I needed.
Yes.
Oh, I know. I know. What are we gonna do with you?
You're good at it. You can fake it.
Okay, you ready to start? I need a motion to go to open.
Motion to reconvene.
Motion by Vincelette, seconded by Hepburn. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. At
7:23.
7:23. In closed session, we have a student hearing 16/21/22. The outcome was to expel the student and suspend the expulsion order. In addition to 48,900A1 and 48,900K, we added 48,915 B1. And it was a 5-0 vote. A recording of this meeting is being made and shall be kept for 30 days as public record. And pledge of allegiance. Fowler. Toledo.
Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call. I am here. Robert Vincelette's here. Sunny Hepburn's here. Joe Bender is here. Wade Moore is here. And Alexi Fick is here. I need a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll move to approve.
Motion by Vincelette, seconded by Sunny Hepburn. Director of Education, Cheryl Taylor. Oh, special education, sorry.
I have other people with me as
Yes,
well.
ma'am.
So we just wanted to talk a little bit because coming back from COVID, I think it's been kind of a struggle for everybody with getting family participation back and different things like that. So we've been working on ways on which we want to incorporate more community and parental involvement with the district. And so we have a few different things we wanted to share today. Would you like to talk about this one?
So we ordered, they're like little pamphlets of information. And so I think one of the biggest keys to connecting with our parents and our community is getting them to understand what's going on with their child. We have ones that explain the IEP process, the 504 plans. A lot of people don't know the differences between those and the benefits that they both offer. We also have pamphlets on eating disorders, suicide prevention, self-harm, depression, a lot of things that all of our students at all ages have been dealing with lately. And it's good just to give our parents some resources. And as a parent, I feel more prepared when I have something I can fall back on or something I can look at to help understand what my child is going through.
In addition to that, I know I've shared with you the Hope Squad that we are going to be implementing next school year. The Hope Squad is very big on including parents in the program. So this is just an example. I wanted you to see an example of a handbook. It's a parent handbook of involvement that activities and things that they would be participating in. In case you don't know, this is Felicia Cambalisa. She's a mental health therapist.
Just another thing I want to say on the Hope Squad, just to familiarize those of you who have not heard of it yet. It's a peer-to-peer suicide prevention program. And what it does is it teaches our students to be the eyes and ears on campus. So when they see that student that's in the corner that might be alone or looking sad, they can go up to them and say, hey, how are you doing today? Notice them, recognize them. If they need further help, they can help bring them to a trusted adult to help get them the further assistance that they need. We plan to implement this from kindergarten all the way up through 12th grade, starting with the Kindness Club in grades K through 3, teaching them how to be kind to others, kind of utilizing the buddy bench that I know we have in place at a lot of the elementary schools, turning it into a program for 4th and 5th graders to help prep them for the junior high or middle school and then the high school. And we're hoping it's going to change our school culture. It's going to make everybody more aware. The goal is to also have students from all different groups. So not just, our jocks or students who are athletic, but maybe the students who are into anime, and then we have students that are into robotics, just from all different clubs to be able to come together so that we have eyes and ears everywhere, so that hopefully we are never faced with one of our students committing suicide. So another thing we plan to implement, and we've done this before in the past, is it's called Triple Key Parenting. I'm certified to teach this, and I have to tell you, I absolutely love this program. It was based out of Australia, and it teaches our parents strategies to deal with these behaviors, how to rebuild the relationship after discipline, and positive interventions, and to help with parenting at home, which then flows over into the school system. So it's like, I believe, an 8-week course, and parents come in, we teach them the strategies, and then we counsel them individually so we can tailor things more towards them. So I love this program. I can honestly say I've done this with my kids, and it works. So when I'm teaching our parents how to help their students, I can honestly stand behind this program and say, yes, utilize the skills. And there's so many different ones. So it's not like I'm saying, because not one thing works for everybody, or for every student, or for every household. So there are so many different strategies that these parents learn to utilize and then can implement in their own household.
It is a research-based program, very well supported, and was very effective in the past.
We have it in English and Spanish also. We have run these classes with interpreters so that we reach everybody in our community.
One last thing we were going to show is a couple years ago, before pre-COVID, we started what we called Peer Information Night, where we invited, obviously, any parents from the community to come. We covered different topics at each training. We had PowerPoints presented in English and Spanish. It was very successful, I'll say, in bringing out a lot of our Spanish-speaking families that don't typically come once they realized that everything was in Spanish as well. By the end, before the end of the school year, predominant amount of people that showed up were Spanish-speaking. So I was very happy about that. I have examples of, this is just one of the trainings that we did. This one was on all kinds of interventions, starting with SSTs and 504s to IEPs. We have this in both the English and Spanish versions. And now, is this okay? Is it okay to bring up Mr. Tondo?
Sure.
Kind of just leads together.
Yeah,
Like
Facebook,
that.
of positive school culture, increasing better outcomes in that way, community participation. Last year, I started at the high school campus, the Special Olympic program. Through last year, we had to meet certain requirements for them, and we became a unified champion school. That includes having inclusive PE, which I think every campus here has. You have to create a leadership club. You have to have unified sports, which was hard to do last year because of COVID, and you have to have a full school event, which was also hard to do with COVID. But this year, we were able to get the sports going. We have a unified team that has 8 students with disabilities and 10 of their neurotypical peers. We come together every Wednesday. They practice. We've had a team. We tried to get it with a different district, so we can't wish. So we actually had Mr. Armstrong, the production team, who had varsity players for basketball, come and play with a game against our unified team. We have of the leadership club who comes up with fundraising ideas and ways to come and events. And one of the events we have to have is a whole school event. And this event grew legs and has become a district-wide event. It's a color run, a fun run. It's our first ever. I went and proposed the idea of a school event, like maybe a rally, to our ASB advisor, and she was like, I'm all for this. We took off running, and Cheryl got wind of it, and Mrs. Gaines, I had a meeting with her, and we've really come together. We've got food trucks on your agenda for approval. We've got communication with RESs, bringing support, providing us with a whole bunch of prizes for the field day that we're having right after the race. We've got t-shirts for every student at RHS, and they can also be purchased at the event for everyone else for like $10. They're really cool. It's a great event. And it's all about inclusion, that buzzword that, so like, what does that mean? But it's creating better opportunities and better post-school outcomes for our students with disabilities. Getting them teamed up with their gen ed peers together. A lot of times they don't get that opportunity, especially the more severe the disabilities get, more isolated and secluded it can sometimes get, especially post-school, because they're removed from the school atmosphere every day. So this Special Olympics program, it gives them the tools to utilize. We can go out there, hey, I know how to go have fun with some people. So it's a program that's really near and dear to my heart, and I hope I can get you guys all to. And maybe I'll come on Saturday, April 30th. You're all invited, of course. It's supposed to be a great day. It's from 10 till 2. Yeah.
I want to add that I did reach out to some of our neighboring districts so that we can maybe make it an East Kern kind of event in the future. And Mojave, Muroc, and Tehachapi have all responded that they're interested. So we're going to be scheduling a meeting with all of us to attend and see if we can get them on board as well. That way we can have districts playing districts and different things like that.
East Kern League.
Yes.
And we're also hoping that the color run will be the first event of many other type of these kind of events.
Yes.
The student, and it's student planned, student directed. It's something really awesome, and it benefits our general education students just as much as our special needs students. Any questions?
Sounds great.
Yeah, that sounds really good. A couple questions on your book. You said you pass it out to parents if they, the book?
All the books
And
will
the
be,
booklets?
The parenting ones or these?
No, that folder there.
the Hope Squad book goes to all the parents of any kids in the Hope Squad.
So
So-
anybody that's in the Hope Squad.
Yeah, once the kids get nominated,
So I gotta get in the Hope Squad before I get a book.
it's a
I think we can make an exception.
Yeah,
Because it's
I
such
like to look
sensitive
through it.
information, we just want to make sure the parents are on board with what their students are learning in case they come home with questions or want to have some of those tough conversations with their parents, that they know exactly what is going on as well.
And we do want to have another evening where we can do a whole presentation just on the Hope Squad. There's a lot to it. Tonight, we just wanted to introduce how we want to bring more parent involvement and community involvement in our schools. So,
All right, now what about these, our students just to be able to grab them, or when they come to you, will you give them to them?
Yeah, we'll have them, the mental health therapists will have them in their offices, as well as we'll have some in the special education office. If we know a student or parent in need with this information, we will hand it out to them.
I was able to get a lot of these out of grant money, so
So it isn't something that is located in every school.
it's going to be in every school. Right now, there's a whole aisle of boxes down the center of my office waiting to be put together, but this is what the outcome is, and they will be in every school.
Cheryl, is it possible that we could also place somebody in the front office so that the parent of maybe a child they may be thinking they need Alicia or Zelda or some of the other gals would read that information and know to ask for
I
help.
think I ordered 2 kits for every site. So one to be in the mental health therapist's office and one for the school.
Fantastic.
That's really good.
Thank you so much. Very nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, I want the binder.
Yes, all right, I got it. There you go.
I'm going.
CSEA.
Hello, everyone, board, fellow admin and teachers and anyone else classified. Everything has been going really well with our meetings with the district. We actually had a negotiation meeting this morning that we believe went very well. We have we're going to be bringing 3 MOUs to your guys' board on May 4th. We actually have a special meeting set up next Wednesday to get it ratified, all 3 MOUs ratified by our chapter. And then again, to be brought to you guys by May 4th. We kind of on a time crunch, so we're really pushing it to get it done and board approved.
Okay.
And aside from that, we are also going to be, as soon as that gets done, negotiation dates are going to go out with the district, so we can start negotiating on our contract with Mrs. Gaines and the district. Otherwise, everything has been going really well so far.
Good. Good. Thank you.
And any concerns, real quick, if any concerns that we bring up to the district, they're more than willing to listen, and we hash out the details, and it's been going really well, we think.
Thank you. And I don't see Mr. Porter here.
I think it stands for retired teacher.
Student board members.
Good evening, everyone. The high school has a Spirit Week next week, as well as a senior trip next Friday. We have started state testing. We have the color run on the 30th for Special Olympics. And then lastly, we have the PUS play for drummers.
And what for drop?
PUS play. So pretty much like they'll do their own acts.
Thank you. CBO, Mr. Irving.
Hey there. Been a busy time of the year, getting ready for putting together budget and everything, but next week is our second Alice training that the district's doing, and we did one in February at the high school for active shooter. Next week it'll be, next Wednesday it'll be at Tropical Middle School. So we've been talking to the folks at Navigate 360 to help coordinate that and make sure that things go as smoothly as possible. On the consent agenda are 2 bands. Been spending the better part of the last year trying to find vans that are suitable for school district that don't require CDL for the driver, because kind of defeats the purpose if we have to send the bus driver with the van. So hopefully that gets approved so that we can. We've already been pre-approved by CDE to use ESSER funds for the purchase of additional vehicles. So what else do we have? Also on the agenda are on the consent is a inspector for the marquee at Alfred, which is already previously approved by CDE. Also, it's just as part of the size and scope of it that apparently we have to have somebody look at it to make sure that we don't put it in and then have it immediately collapse. The little things. I want to pre-congratulate the attendance award winners, but I don't know who you are yet. But I see the banners, so I'm going to steal Barbara's thunder on that. And I want to say thank you to the special ed department and Ms. Congrove for the fun run and bringing awareness to the social emotional stuff that is available, and that we have resources that we would like to use and expand on and everything. So thank you guys for coming out and doing your presentation. That's it for me.
Assistant Superintendent of Instruction and Curriculum. Ms. Lacey is not here tonight. And we don't have that on this one. Okay. Associate Superintendent of Human Resource. Ms. Harris.
Good evening, and thank you all for coming. Human Resources has been very, very busy, filling both our certificated positions and our classified positions. So that has definitely kept us busy. We also have been working closely with Ed Services to ensure that all of our volunteers are fingerprinted and all of that so that they can come back into the schools and go on these field trips. So that's kind of been exciting to finally being able to welcome people back. So thank you.
Superintendent Gaines.
Well, good evening and welcome, and I certainly want to welcome all of our parents who are watching at home. Few things I'd like to announce. First of all, we are headed into testing, parents, so please make sure that your students who are testing at the elementary, middle, and high school get a good night's sleep. Please get them to school on time so that with a full tummy, if not, we'll give them breakfast. Make sure that they get some nutrition before the test. We believe that this year we're going to have some really good test results. So I'm really counting on the community and all of our parents to make sure that the children are there, especially during the testing window and every day if possible. I also would like to say thank you to Cheryl and the team, Alicia, Belda, and Miss Cheryl, and Mr. Tondro. I just have to tell a quick story. I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble by telling this story, but I was on the panel that interviewed Mr. Tondro, and the minute he walked out the door, we all said, "Do not let him out of the parking lot," because he was that good. So it's great to see you. And I wasn't wrong. Was I wrong? No, I wasn't wrong. So thank you for all the work you're doing. And I plan on being here April 30th, but I may be walking, not running. So just give me a little break. But I really appreciate your thought process behind this event and all the work that you are putting into it, Cheryl, and your whole team. So kudos to all of you, and I really love the mental health awareness. There cannot be enough said about the condition of some of our students in our schools, so very much needed. And I also want to announce that the Rosamond High Advanced Drama has a variety show coming up on April 21st, 22nd, and 23rd in the drama room. So find the drama room at 7 p.m. and the entrance fee is $5. So let's come out and support our drama students. I think the show will be very, very good. And at this time, I would like to present the attendance awards for the month of March. And I'm very happy to say that all 6 schools showed a positive growth in attendance in March. So our attendance rate is going back up to where we know it should be. So since you stole my thunder, perhaps you can help me. Let's start with the most improved school. Hope somebody's here. The most improved school for the month of March. See anybody here? Huh? Oh, everybody's here? I'm sorry. Rare Earth?
The bus drivers, or you don't see them, you guys are all playing a part in these children's lives every day. So I just want to say thank you to every employee in Southern Kern for being with us. Coaches, admin, bus drivers, whoever you are, thank you.
Thanks for your demonstration. Thanks for the book. Is this also in Spanish?
I can get one in
Don't do me no good.
We're trying to make sure we have everything in both.
Thanks everybody for coming out. I'm glad to see you out here.
Oh my goodness. It is great to see everybody here. I walked in, I was like, oh my gosh, we got a full room of people. It's gonna be a great meeting. It was a great presentation. I'm excited. I saw this, but now you guys told me about it, and I think I will be out there, maybe jogging a little bit, rough walking jog. I'll be more breath. I'm just kidding. I'll beat you, yeah. On this side.
There'll be a sticker at the end.
There are.
It's great. Yeah, so I will be in attendance for that. Thank you guys all. Like Dwayne said, we couldn't do it without everybody here working together cohesively, being here for the students. Yeah, so everybody.
Okay. I thank everybody for coming tonight and those who are tuning in through YouTube. Just a couple things. One of the things we're here for is for the kids, but it's nice to see that you're constantly looking for these programs. So Cheryl, your group, thank you very much for going ahead and taking on with that. And I'm going to impose on Mr. Shevlin. We have one of the coaches here tonight.
Yes.
Okay, would you please introduce him?
Sure. So we have Jamal Carhart. I never get his name right. So Coach Jamal. I never get it. Cathcart. Cathcart. We'll work on it. Coach C. So we're bringing on Jamal. He has a background. He's done youth football. He's actually the president, I believe, of youth football right now. So what we're trying to do, and the same with our basketball coach, bringing on Matt Baker, youth connection, especially here in Rosamond, to keep the flow of kids going from West Park, RES, to Tropico, to the high school, by just having some, not so much familiar faces, but good role models and just good people that these kids want to play for, so we can build our programs back up with some accountability. We talked today, we were just over at the school looking through stuff of just having more of discipline. And I know that this man right here has already got the buzz around the community and stuff, with the kids already coming up to me and stuff. So I think we're heading in the right direction. I think we're trying to just get back to our roots and continue with our success in basketball, but kind of just retool a little bit and stuff. So unfortunately, Mr. Baker couldn't make it tonight because he's working, but we have Coach C here, and we're really excited. And we were just talking and stuff, and we are really excited to get football back because we lost some games last year we should have won. So.
Thanks. I actually got to sit in on the interviews and listening to Jamal, listening to Mac. I believe our programs are going to head in the right direction. I think they've got a good understanding of where we want to go. I think they understand it's their programs to build, their programs to get the kids and so forth. And also, you've got a very hard task of finding great assistant coaches to help you out. And emphasis on coaches that are going to do it your way. So good luck with that. And I'm part of the athletic subcommittee as long with Mr. Bender, and we're glad to see you. So thank you for accepting the job.
Thank you. Congratulations for being selected. I think we will be heading in the right direction. Ed at the helm over here.
Hey, I'm just going to put it out there, okay? I'm still an undefeated CIF football coach. He's right. I'm still 1-0, okay? So.
It's true. And some of his assistants are here too.
Yes. And Coach was there yelling on the sideline too, so.
That's good. Ladies, thank you for doing the presentation. One of the things that you really touched on was getting the parents involved, because that's one of the things that when I see issues with kids, it's usually the parent isn't involved. The parents need to be involved in what their kids are doing every day. Watch for signs of them becoming loners. Those are really, really signs that you have to look for. And having raised whole bunch of kids. You have to pay attention. So I hope all parents out there are paying attention to their kids and what they're doing. Coaches that are out there coaching, you guys see that also. You guys will see the signs a lot of times before the parents will. The teachers, the principals, the vice principals, you guys see the students daily. Keep an eye out for those kids that you see that are, a lot of times the peers will not see it, or they want to ignore it. So, as educators and also the CSEA staff, you guys, it's surprising the amount of kids that will talk to you guys that will not talk to a teacher. You guys are a great influence on kids. Okay, with that, I will thank you for everything that you guys do. And we will continue on with our meeting. We don't have any
No, we don't. No public comments.
public comments. Does anyone have any thing on the consent items that they wish to discuss? A through K? No.
I'll move that we accept the consent items.
Anybody? You're just looking at it, so.
I'm just looking at the laptops from the area.
Yeah, we're there.
Dan.
Yep.
Dan. Another $467,000 in laptops going to a PO box. We had good luck last year, right?
Yeah, Laptop Schools has been a trusted vendor of ours for 9 years.
I just want to be in that post office when he opens up that box and pulls out that check. I bet you there's some cheering going on there.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Yeah, I have a motion by Vincelette, seconded by Hepburn. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. CSBA Delegate Assembly Election Sub-Region 12B. I guess there's one vacancy and we have 4 applicants. And we have Leah Ann Cook from Rosedale Unified School District. We have Gene Parks Jr., Kernville Unified. Alberto Lopez from Lamont. And Sharon Zimmerman from Bakersfield City. Do we vote on one?
One.
Okay, does somebody want
Can you go into, actually, could you kind of go into a little more detail about this role, Barbara, like what?
What does the delegate do?
Yeah.
This is someone that we send to Sacramento to review the policies that we get back. And they vote on them or try to, I want to say decipher, but it's not decipher. If there's a change that needs to get made or what they're seeing in the trend in schools, it's almost like having an assemblyman. They get together, they vote on the different policies, and then when they vote on it, they vote on, okay, this is what we're going to change on this one. Does everybody agree? They vote on it, they disagree. So all the stuff that we get for our policies comes from this delegation.
I've never met any of them. None of them ever came here and said a word. How am I supposed to vote on this?
Yeah, and they're a part of the California School Board Association.
Barbara, have you dealt with any of them?
No, I have not, sir, but I'm gonna just share with you what we do at Antelope Valley Community College when we have to select. We typically have a policy there that we try to select that person or persons who are representing a district closest to us. So that might be one way that you might
Or
consider that.
Similar in demographics.
So can we get some suggestions on that one?
So current day.
I was gonna say, well,
Kernville's smaller than I believe we are.
yes. And Lamont, demographic-wise, would probably be close to us. Bakersfield City
It's huge.
is huge district. They're more like the Antelope Valley High School District.
No, bigger.
Is it bigger?
I would think bigger.
Isn't Roselle part of the Bakersfield area?
No, Roselle is their own
Unique.
unified.
But it's in the Bakersfield.
It's there, it's close.
You're right.
I didn't see any other signs hanging up in my town, and I've never talked to them.
Well, you would.
Yeah.
I didn't get my vote.
Okay. It's,
I mean, have them come and ask me. It's almost like the presidential election, you know? It doesn't matter who you vote on. Yeah, no, maybe I might get more votes than these people from Rosebud. Who are they?
Did we get any bios on anybody?
This is.
I knew it was gonna be.
it's the same.
I'm gonna go with Barbara because she's more wise with this than me. You tell me. I'm putting them on the boss lady.
Our association has, 2 representatives on the CIF state board, and didn't know anything about it. I asked about it, and they turned around and said, oh, no. And nobody's gonna know who the heck I am, because there's only 2, and they, vote every year for one person. Now, I'm trying to get on the list, but do I make it or not? I don't know.
Mr. Bender, if I may make a suggestion, just for you, for the board to consider, I would like you to consider Leanne Cook from Rosedale. I've met several people from that school district, including Jamie Henderson, who's a former superintendent in Rosedale. So I think, and I've met other people, they seem to do really good work in Rosedale. So that, I don't know any of them, but I'm leaning towards voting for Rosedale.
He's doing a little bit of something. I'll go for that.
Okay.
Good my vote.
Yeah, my vote.
I'll go with it.
Okay.
I get to vote on this.
I'm familiar with Rosebud, that's why I was like asking about it, so I felt more a pool. So I will agree with Leanne.
Then, since we have 4 people who have said that they would like to go with that, I'll accept a motion for that nomination.
Make an old motion.
I'll say.
Made by Bender, seconded by Vincelette. All in favor?
Aye.
5 ayes. Student? Yes? Accept quarterly report on Williams Uniform Complaint on Education Code 35186. Ms. Gates.
Okay, sir, in lieu of Miss Lacy's absence this evening due to illness, I can report that we have had no Williams uniform complaints in the months of January, February, or March.
Good job.
Need a motion to accept that? More? Seconded by Hepburn. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Award bid of new marquee sign at the Rosamond High School Early College campus to Will?
Yeah.
Will sign, school signs?
Is that for the inspection?
This is for, the inspection was for all that. So as part of our SR3 plan, we put in that, we'd like to get marquees for all of the school sites. So far, Alta and the high school have both been approved by CDE, so we're waiting approval on the other sites. But given the cost of installation and purchase for the high school, it exceeds the amount of money that the district can just go ahead and award it to a vendor without putting it out for bid. So we did an informal bid, given that we're as a cup district, as long as it's below $200,000, we don't need to have a formal newspaper or whole rigmarole bid. It's more informal, where we reached out to vendors that are on the district's vendor list, and Will is the only one to respond. So really narrowed it down.
Yeah, it makes it a little difficult.
Yeah. But the funds for this would be coming from our SR3. And then, so the location for the marquee, I believe, is out in front of the parking lot of the high school, so it'll be visible from both sides if you're going down Rosamond Boulevard, similar to what's currently on RES, but a little bit taller, updated LED screen, so it's full color instead of just the red and black that is on that marquee. And then,
Move to research.
Motion by Vincelette, seconded by Hepburn. All in favor? Ayes?
She just said aye.
I heard that little squeak over there.
I can't have to point at it and give it. No. She's supposed to participate.
To approve revised classification, administrative classified management salary schedule.
Alrighty, so on the agenda is a revised schedule that addresses the school psychologist salary. It would be approximately just over 5% increase from what they currently are. As a district, we're not paying school psychologists close to market for what they could be getting. So this is the attempt to make sure that we can retain and hire other school psychologists as we get through this year and on the next and so on.
I will make the motion to accept that.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Five ayes?
Wait a second.
Yeah. Happy, Jim. Let it go. What?
Ratify signing and retaining bonuses for full credentialed psychologists of 20,000 annual, retroactive for July 1st, 2021, continued for 2022-23 school year. Explain that, please.
Alrighty, so continuing on mental health thing for the night. This signing and retaining bonus is using our ESSER funds as not using them with an ongoing cost, but a one-time or two-time bonus to, again, kind of sweeten the pot so that we're able to attract more talent, retain the talent that we have, so that we are competitive with surrounding districts that may not be close to us, but if, somebody sees that, they have the potential for a $20,000 signing bonus, we can get more eyes coming towards us. Over the last year, there's been one applicant who, before starting, pulled out. Prior to that, we've, lost some psychologists that were district employees in the last year, and the cost of using a contractor instead of the psychologist, the cost of these bonuses is cheaper than a year of a contractor, let alone.
And with the bonus, is there strings attached?
Yeah, everything will be prorated based on number of days worked, so if they leave early or come in late, it's not the full amount. And, the payments will be broken up into installments so that, it's not, cool, we paid you a bonus and, okay, we haven't seen, okay, they're gone. That was their getaway fund.
What kind of installments?
For this year, it would be 2 installments, and then for 22-23, it would be quarterly installments.
Motion by Moore,
A second?
second by Hepburn. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Mr. Personnel, it's pretty straightforward. Does anybody have any questions about it?
Move that we accept.
And
A second.
the summer school positions were pretty much the same as we had earlier. We added a few, I saw.
Yes, yes, we did that.
The daily rate was corrected to the,
Yes.
somebody made the motion to
I
it.
did.
Go ahead and vote.
I got a motion by Vincelette, seconded by Hepburn. All in favor?
Aye.
All ayes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so on our personnel items today, we, also, you approved an assistant principal for Rosebud High School College campus, as well as our new principal for Rosamond Elementary, so they are in attendance tonight. So we have, our assistant principal for Rosamond, High School Early College campus is Robin Calzada. And then we have Mr. Suresh Bajnat is here this evening, and, you brought some family with you?
Yes, my wife, Mrs. Bashna, Mama, and my daughter, Joey. Family therapist
I'm
also.
a licensed marriage and family therapist, and that was awesome. I love Triple P. Big support.
And I'd like to say something.
Yes.
Today is our wedding anniversary.
So we had to drag him out here. And you guys drag along. Okay, well, that's fine. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Mom, congratulations. You are now crossing.
Ms. Fitz?
Yay.
Motion by Ms. Fitz,
I second it.
seconded by Ms. Hepburn. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And the time is